What's up, MMO Hutters? It's Spunkify here for MMOHut.com. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression gameplay video for Raider Z, a 3D MMORPG published by Perfect World Entertainment. I'll spend about 15-20 minutes, maybe 25, checking the game out, make some comments. If you guys want to learn more about Raider Z, you can read the full review or check out the screenshots below at MMOHut.com. So let's go ahead and get started by creating a character. Now I should mention that this is in alpha currently, so some things might change. And also keep note that you're not able to actually, the main public isn't able to get in the game. But I thought it'd be good to actually show you guys off some early actual content of the game, seeing as this is a game that's been highly anticipated. Now for those of you who don't know, Raider Z plays a lot like Vindictus, or you could say the Monster Hunter or Hunter Blade, in that it doesn't actually have any targeting, but instead you just swing at a certain area. You also block using like your right mouse click button, etc. But the nice thing, the thing that makes this also unique is that it's open world, meaning that you don't actually go into instances or dungeons to complete your quest. You actually just complete it all in an open world like a normal MMORPG. So it's not a dungeon crawler MMO. There's no central hub. You do everything in the open world, which makes this pretty unique in that there's not very many MMOs that do this at all. You can think of one other option right now that off the top of my head at least, that's pay to play, which is Terra Online. And this actually does it for free to play. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. As you can see, already selected my character as a male. You can also choose from 1 or 2 voices here. Now it looks like they're not available yet, or there are no images selected for them yet. But it's cool that you can select your actual audio. Now from here you can actually choose your defender style. Now you can get different styles later as the game progresses, or as you level up. But this is what you're going to be starting with at level 1. So you have the Sorcerer, which is the staff, the Cleric, which is kind of a healer, the Berserker, which is of course the two-hander, and the Defender, which is one hand and sword. And this guy can actually block using the right mouse click button to actually block enemies' attacks. Now, I'm going to go with, let's go with the Sorcerer. And as appearance, as you can see, if you click the appearance tab, you're able to choose all different kinds of faces that are available, as well as your skin tones. Although I'm kind of confused as to why there's only, normal skin tones. You're not actually able to choose things that are kind of crazier, but you can also choose a makeup. But makeup seems to also change the face. Let's go with that. Give me a little mustache there, a little pedo stash. And as you can see, you can choose the hair. Whoa, that hair looks like popcorn just exploded. Let's go with that. Let's go with Vegeta hair again. Customize here. As you can see, eye color, we can choose that, and we can make sure if he's large or small. And tattoos as well on his face. Is that a question mark? It looks like a question mark. We'll go with that. Anyways, as you can see, there's a lot of options here, as well as choosing your generic clothes that you start with. So these are the clothes you start with here, and I'm going to choose them to be red. So there we go. This is what my guy's going to look like. We're going to hit create character. I want to create that character, and here we go. So we're creating Spunkify here, and now my character's been created. We're just going to connect into the world. So yeah, games that this has already been used or this is already available would kind of be like I said before, Terra Online. You also have, to some respects, DC Universe, which is kind of like this, where you don't actually target something by clicking on it. You kind of just face that target, and that becomes your main target. So let's see. To interact with NPCs, we click E, since you can't actually use your mouse when you're doing that. And this is Sorcerer Numeris. You there, rookie. You might be pretty brave, working as a mercenary at such a young age. Anyway, I'm Numeris, and I manage the new mercenaries. Really? Numeris managing the new mercenaries. Say that 10 times fast. Let's see. You're new, so you should meet your employer. But first, go and see Adric Montreal. Just go up the road a bit and you'll see him. Alright, so you see view the quest details. You see exactly what you have to do, as well as the experience and the amount that you'll get. So the first part is kind of like an introduction, and then you're going to actually see the full quest details. Alright, so we're going to accept that, and Tian's calling is what we have in progress. So how do I get out? If I just hit escape, I can get out of the quest, and now I can go fight, or actually go and talk to someone. So this is who I need to talk to. Broken Junction, E for dialogue. Alright, you must be the new mercenary. I'm Adric Montreal. I aid Tian in her running of Broken Mass in Montreal. Anyway, you look pretty young. Are you sure you're up to this? Psst. Bitch, please. Of course I'm up to this. Complete. Let's do this. All I had to do was talk to you. Of course I'm up to the quest. Alright, let's see here. Hired by Moken, who is Tian's half-brother and a traitor, are wreaking havoc around here. Think you're up to the test, or think of this as a test. Go out and eliminate them. If you're still alive, go and report. Of course I'll be still alive. because I'm amazing. I can get some grillfish and carbonated drink. Already giving me some beverages. Nice. Alright, so here's my first enemies to fight here. And as you can see, I can left click to attack the NPC or the bot or mob here rather, which is a Lizardman mercenary. You can see at the top here. So there's my reticule. Since I am a caster, I will be firing from afar. And I also have a ability in my skill bar, which is 1. Alright. Chaining spell. Let's do this. So okay. Looks like I'm using just some normal weapons. Block the attack. See, as you can see, using normal weapons except for when they're far, I can actually use, and I can pick up the symbol of warrior just by hitting E and then acquiring. So I assume that over time I'll get more spells, which won't actually need me to actually use my normal combo attacks, or sorry, my normal normal melee attacks. There we go. Let's attack this guy too. I should just be able to use my range attacks at that point. So this guy's going down, no problem. How many do I got to kill these? 6? Alright. So the quest so far, pretty standard, but I mean, that's understandable. This is a level 1 quest, you know, go kill some guys. And you're already getting to use the new combat stuff, which is pretty awesome. These guys just dropping like a easy, so easy. It looks like I have some kind of 46 in fire magic thing, but I want to view it. I can't actually click on that buff to know what it does. Looks like it may actually give me some kind of buff. We'll try to find out more about our skills after we kill these guys. Looks like you can also lock your target by hitting Y, so it always remain locked there. Oh look, I dodged his attack. Not bad. So I've dodged his attack, meaning that he's not going to actually hit me when he gets close. Which is really cool to see. You know, you can actively dodge the enemy's attacks. Whoa, I totally missed. As you can see, you can miss your attacks too. You can actively dodge, and come on, can I do anything? Oh yeah, by hitting shift, I can actually roll out of the way, no problem. Looks like a Talon mercenary has been completed. I can go back here. That must be some kind of fire shield buff that I get whenever I attack or shoot off a fire flame. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and complete the quest. I've accepted. No matter what happens in progress, is brave because she grew up amongst pirates, but something she can do a little bit. That worries me. Alright, so what do we got to do here? Hurry up and take my letter to Tien. Alright, so we're going to take this letter. And looks like we're going to continue down the road. Now, what is that thing? That thing is huge. Is this... I assume this is a good guy. He looks like he's... no. Tree Spirit? Can I attack you, Tree Spirit? Ah, come on, Tree Spirit. Oh, Tree Spirit, no. He's got a face! This Tree Spirit has a face. Okay, no, dodge back. Oh, do you see that dodge? So pro! Cast my chain spell. Come on. Now, I can only dodge for a certain amount of time, because if you notice in the top left-hand corner, I have what's called a stamina bar. And so I can only dodge for a few attacks, and I can only block for a few attacks. Because after that, my stamina bar will go down to 0. Now, I can also block like this, and then I can attack like this, and take out this Tree Spirit. Oh, I'm getting kind of low. There we go. No problem. Tree Spirit's down. And he has nothing for me to loot. So there is very much active combat, which actually makes this really top-notch, and a lot above other MMOs, which just have the typical click on this guy and then use your standard chained abilities. And I can draw my weapon, as you can see, by putting F, or just putting it away. I can also use my control to use my mouse cursor, so can I actually mouse over this now and view it? Flame arrow. So let's view what Flame Arrow does. Inflicts 180% fire damage to the magic attack and additional 30% damage over 4 seconds by shooting a Flame Arrow. On an accurate hit, it also provides the magic of heat. But what does heat do? Maximum energy plus 10, plus 1 when I actually acquire this. So it's kind of interesting. When you acquire ability, you actually gain additional stats. It's like generic stats, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, so let's look at it. If I hit T, I can actually see my skill list. As you can see, we're in the skill sorcerer level now, and I can see I have Flame Arrow level 1. Other skills available is Rapid Blast, which shoots a bunch of fire out, I'm assuming, as well as Ice Arrows, Ice Thorns, Magic Mastery, and Awakening. So you can go all the way down here. Now, one thing that makes this game unique, I wonder, can I attack this? One thing that makes this game unique is that there are no set classes. I can be whatever class I want. Instead, there are abilities, and so you actually unlock these skills or abilities, which then define what you can and cannot do in the game. I've been removed from the duel. I didn't even know if I was in a duel. How did I accept that duel? Oh, whatever. So I'm going to come up here. So yeah, there's no set classes, which means that you can basically be whatever you want as long as you put in the time to actually unlock it and then skill up those levels, which is nice to see. You know, there's no, you don't have to re-roll, I guess you could say. I want to choose experience, of course. Check the following rewards. Give me that. Oh no, those are just everything it's going to give me. Okay, I thought I had to choose them. Oh no, my skin is breaking out. What? That's what your matter? Your skin breaking out? And it looks like we already have someone who recognizes me. A letter from Montreal. I must have something important if you wrote it himself. Thank you. Quest complete. And I'm going to complete this quest as well. That's kind of weird. The check mark was red and then the cancel was green. So that was kind of throwing me off. It should be the other way around. You know, green being finished. Alright here. So let's view these quest details. Looks like I'm going to first meet Blacksmith Loco to improve your equipment. After improving your equipment, go back to TN and get your equipment inspected. Alright, so let's accept this. This should be green, I think, and that should be red. That's just me. So we're going to go talk to him, and I'm going to turn around here, come down the ladder. Let's see, I'm level 2 now. Can I actually put a new point into my skill tree? Available skill point 1. Yes, I can. So let's try to get a new ability here. So I can't actually get these yet. I have to actually unlock these for me to be able to use them. Or you could have just started with those. But I can put a new ability into, what is this here? Inflicts 110 fire damage from the magic attack up to 2 times by causing a small flame explosion in front of you. Or we can go Ice Arrow here. It also provides magic of the cold. I want something that slows the enemy. It reduces enemy. Let's go with this. This reduces enemy speed. So I'm going to gain that, and I now have it on my skill bar. So I should be able to use that to reduce enemy speed and then fire stuff after. Alrighty here. Do I have to talk to this guy? This guy is like flipping out over there. Is this guy a fish? Wow, what a fish. Alright, so I need to eliminate the CE bosses that have appeared on the beach. Alright, I'll accept that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this one over here, which is talk to the blacksmith and improve my armor. So let's talk to the dialogue blacksmith here. What you got for me? I want to craft a weapon. So as you can see, you can craft your weapons here. So there is a crafting system needing like ore and of course a little bit of gold. All the stuff you can craft is on the left here. Great maces, etc. I do know that the clerics, which are also the healers, are also able to craft like giant maces to use, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna view this quest detail here, and it looks like I gotta kill up some shield crabs. Alrighty here. So that was the blacksmith. He said he actually get something crafted, but I didn't really pay attention that much to that quest. Alright, is this him? Maybe this is the actual guy I need to talk to. Could I talk to you? Handsome Mode. Your name is Handsome Mode? But what if I don't find you handsome? What then? Alright, let's just go kill those things. If I bring up the minimap here, looks like this is where we actually go to complete them. Alrighty. Yeah, I do talk to you. So I need to talk to you. Forge, found blocks from Loco, get pirate weapon design from Loco. Alright, so I gotta get the pirate weapon design. Staff of design, sword of pirate. Let's see, I need a staff because this is the receive recipe. Ah, yes. So I need to receive this recipe at the cost of 1 wood and 4 CP. I now have the recipe in possession. So if I go and give him the recipe, something might happen. I may actually get this weapon, which would actually be pretty nice. Can I talk to you now and give it to you? Let's see what happens. Go in here. I've got the recipe. Just looking at your weapon makes me cringe. It's a wonderful stash. And come. Okay, so I gotta receive the recipe and then what? Create one of the pirate's weapons. Alright. This is what happens when you don't like really look at it in detail, unfortunately. Create the weapon. I want to create the weapon. I've got this. How do I craft the item? I need 1 Elwood. I get those off of tree spears. Ah, so after you see the recipe, you can get them off of the mobs. Alright. So let's go here, there, and kill these other mobs on the map. What other things can I click there? Ah, hello, crabs. So these are shield crabs. Alright, so let's try out my new ability. I'm going to hit number 2. And it looks like, oh, so it's a kind of short range, but it actually does slow them. So I can start off with my 1, and then when they get close, I can use 2. Which actually, so I gotta say the particle effects in this game look quite good. I mean, there is quite a lot of detail put in this game. And the game plays very smoothly. I mean, as you can see here, I have all the settings maxed out, and I was actually a little bit worried that with Fraps, it would go pretty low. But with Fraps running, I'm still running at a solid 30 frame rates per second. I didn't mean to do that. Come here, shoot these fire beams, and you gotta watch out because if this other guy gets in front, you'll end up hitting that guy, and then you'll have 2 mobs on you. Oh, like that. Alright, Let's do this. Killing 2 crabs. So yeah, because of your weapon swing arc, you actually hit whatever is in front of you, which means that if you do have multiple enemies that you're fighting, it's pretty easy there to actually attack both of them at the same time. You don't have to tab target between the two. Nutritional meat. Oh, I also got a treasury. Now, how do I open up? If I open up my inventory by hitting I can see this is an enchanting with your enchanting stone for enchanting your gear. So that is what that is. Alright, so we're going to hit this guy again. Now let's try this secondary spell once it gets close. Come on. So if I do that, and then boom, slow down. So I can just move backwards here, hit one again. Wow, they like did just a little bit of damage. Alright. Just kind of beat the crap out of this guy. And the mysterious sand beach. And this can be attained from monsters, including the beach of the broken mast, using items and crafting. Actually then shows you all the items that you can craft with this, which is actually really nice. So if you want to know what it crafts, all you have to do is hover over it, and it instantly shows you everything. So they really did put a lot of time into making this, you know, kind of comprehensible as to what you can actually craft. I'm going to put my, put my thing up here, switch backwards, and then I'll use one again. Come on. Boom! All one. Cleanup on the beach has been completed. And as you can see, I have these swirling things around me, which gives me bonuses to ice and fire damage. Actually, stat bonuses, rather. So as you can see here, when I hover over this, change stats once acquired, maximum energy plus 10, intelligence plus 1. And shield events possible, as well as, yeah, shield event. So this gives you those little bonuses there. And now I'm going to click these guys here. Now these guys look like, kind of look like giant murlocs, if you know. Oh, I'm using my staff now. Now how did I change to my staff? I did something to change to this. What did I click? I clicked something. Oh, okay. By hitting a tab, you actually target it changed to a different weapon. So I wonder if it actually gives you bonus stat. I assume it does. But having 2 weapon sets allows them, when they get close, to bring out your shield to block your attacks more. So I'm going to hit 1 now. And hit it again here. And then bam! Slow him down. Come back here a little bit. I don't actually need to kill this guy though. Taste my staff. That's really crappy apparently. Alright, so let's go kill these other guys here. So there's quite a few people in the alpha, as you can see. I mean, everybody's around here, but the graphics look just amazing. This is a really great looking MMO here. And for free to play, I mean, it's one of the better looking MMOs I've ever seen. I mean, Terra Online, which is, I guess, the closest you can compare this to, being that Terra Online is the similar style, you know, where it's you have to dodge attacks, etc. But you also have the really great and high-end graphics. Terra Online looks just as good as this, and that's a pay-to-play game. So if you like Terra Online, if you think it's really cool, but you're not able to actually pay for it, or do the pay-to-play, this would be a huge alternative. Right now, the game is only available in Eastern Asia for full release, rather. So this is the American, or sorry, English beta available, and I keep doing that. I'm not used to that range, but I can keep blocking back here, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, just kite this guy indefinitely. All right, boom, take him out. So it looks like if I push W and left click, I can do a forward hit. So you actually can do directional attacks based off of just hitting your arrow key, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, so have I eliminated all these? Yeah, I need 2 more CE bosses, which are these guys right here. So if I do this, for example, if I left click, come on. So it doesn't actually work the way I see it, rather. Boom, slow this guy down. Look, just dodging those attacks left and right, using my fire attacks. So I definitely find this game to be quite entertaining. I'm always a fan of directional, or rather, you know, real-time combat, in that you don't sit in one place and let them beat on you, but you can actually, you know, use your abilities and kite around and dodge, etc. like that. You know, we had Vindictus, and I see this as honestly the next wave, or the next direction of MMOs to take, seeing that, you know, you can get really cool combat out of this. Look, and actually another thing is, I didn't actually path through that enemy when I was trying to backstab. I ran into this guy, and as you can see, I don't actually pass through him, which means that you do have to watch out for, you know, other NPCs, which also will make PvP more interesting, because you don't just path through your allies and stuff like that. Everybody, as you can see, is close. You actually just stay next to them, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so let's come back here. I put my F to put my weapon. Is there anything else that I can click on here? B. Let's see, main menu. Oh, one thing I'll mention, if I hit escape, You can see your character information by hitting H. And it shows you all your character thing as well as your faction. Now right now it doesn't look like I'm actually in a faction, but I assume that you can actually pull up a faction later on. Hey look, and I even get things like a dance. So I want to see what my dance does, of course. Go to click my dance skill, and oh man, look at me boogie. Look at that. This guy must get all the ladies. Is that all my dance? Just that? It's kind of like a pelvic thrust. I mean, look at that. That pelvic thrust. Bam. Alright. So I'm going to come back over here. Turn in this quest over here. So as you can see, the start of this area, quest. Give me the quest. Give me the quest. I want to craft a weapon. Can I craft it? And let's go ahead and craft my Staff of the Pirate. I don't have the Elwood yet. Looks like I got to get it from a different mob. But I can do the clean up the beach quest. Quest complete. And complete quest, which actually gives me the L1. So I can now use this wood to actually create my weapon. I have to get used to being up there. I'm always used to like showing in the middle of the screen. So let's see. Staff of the Pirate. This is what I want. Craft item. Yes, I want to craft one of these. It looks like it's crafting right here. I wonder if it has a chance to fail. If it has a chance to fail, that would be interesting. But I have now crafted a weapon. Oh, and it gives me actually a cutscene of him actually crafting something that does not look like a staff, but instead a sword. Ah, but it gives me a thumbs up. Looks like it actually was crafted correctly. So now I have this new staff that I can use. As you can see right here, I'm going to exit out of this, put the staff on. And I want to equip the Staff of the Pirate. Come on. Can I equip the Staff of the Pirate? Maybe I have to just actually drop it in there. I can't just right click on it. Let's go back to character real quick. Here's my staff. Standard weapon. Standard weapon. Alright, give me my staff. Did I put in the Staff of the Pirate? There we go. So now, oh, as you can see, it's got this metal ball around it. Fancy. Nice weapon indeed. Alright, so let's go ahead and complete these other quests. Looks like there's a quest over here I need to complete. Talk to this guy. Hitting my E. Come on. There we go. I'm going to lock on you and talk to you. I'm supposed to hit E to talk to you. Maybe he can only have a certain amount of NPCs. Wait, or actually, I don't think I talked to him in the first place. Herp derp derp. I am retarded sometimes. Alright, so let's go over here and turn in this quest. Broken Mask quest complete. Complete this quest, and bam. Now, one thing I do notice that I've done several quests, and looks like the quest experience is pretty standard. You know, I'm still only level 2, and I know there's only level 20 levels available in the alpha, so you can only get up to level 20 max. But I'm curious to know how many levels are at max rank, or rather at the highest level. Because keep in mind, you don't really, I mean, yes, you unlock levels and you can unlock skill points, but as time goes, you can actually, you know, go into different trees. Which means most likely that, you know, there couldn't be a cap. There may not be a cap where you just keep leveling up and getting different things. Or the cap, once you get the cap, you just keep unlocking skill points to use in different trees. So it looks like you need to go to Arculus, Kargat, and Scarin's rooms. Alright. And it looks like I got something in my inventory too. So here you can see you have all your stuff. You can see what you can actually equip, as well as your consumables, your recipe, your quests, and miscellaneous, which is just stuff like trash. So here's all the weapons we have. Standard mace, standard two-hand, standard great hammer. And if I actually bring out my H, and then I bring out my inventory at the same time, I bet I can actually put this great hammer here and place in my sword and shield. So yeah, now I have this great hammer. So if I actually hit tab again, I can bring out this giant mace. Yeah. So it's pretty cool that everybody can use whatever weapons they want. Obviously, there'll be weapons that are better for certain factions. Certain class types. And I hesitate to say class types because they do tout the game as not having classes. You can just play whatever, essentially. And as you can see, I also brought the small little mini-map by hitting in, which is pretty standard. And it looks like they're going to show me how to cook stuff, which is always awesome. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit because I have just a little bit more time left here. Whoa, look at these chicken. If these things remind you of a certain something, props to you. It kind of reminds me of little chocobos, but chocobos that don't quite look like chocobos. More like, I don't know, pelican chocobos. Look at those things. Anyways, I'm assuming that those are the mounts you're going to get and jump over this. Let's see if I can duel someone. I want to duel you. Come here. Stop moving around. Stop. I'm going to duel. So I'm going to hit E here. I want to request duel. Come on. Other player is in a duel. Let's kill these Hodger guys so I can duel you. Come on. I want to duel this guy. Let me do some PvP. Let's see my skills in PvP. Alright, come here. Duel. I'm gonna request duel. Alright. I have requested a duel for this guy. The duel has been cancelled. Oh, why? I thought it was pro. I thought I was gonna be able to get you. So as you can see, the game looks just gorgeous. The game looks amazing, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the graphics by far. I mean, there's a lot of options for the graphics, and there's a depth of field, HDR, a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not sure how a lot of people will be able to play the game, seeing as the graphics are pretty intensive. I mean, I do have a good computer, but if you could play it, even on low settings, I definitely would recommend it, because so far the game looks amazing, even for just the first starting area. I mean, yeah, they're pretty standard quests, but just the dynamic of dodging and rolling really makes this game a lot more dynamic. It makes you on your toes and not just like falling asleep at your keyboard. Well, guys, that's probably what I'm going to call it for now. If you guys want to learn more about Raider Z, or you want to read the full review, keep in mind it's not up yet since this is alpha, but you can find out more information on our website down below at mohut.com. This has been Spunkify. Boom! I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, Spunkify out.